shifting. People are having a shift, and it's a hard one. So I decided to get on this video and give some guidance, traditional and non-traditional. Okay. So while we're waiting for a few more people to come in, I'm going to get me something to drink, and I'm going to put my phone on a charger so it don't hang up on y'all as I'm doing the video. So feel free to get yourself something to drink and make yourself comfortable. As the video title says, but it got to be private. Shh. Okay. Don't run your mouth so much about what you're doing. Um, when everybody else is competing and arguing and fighting and energetically competing, you're better off just being quiet. So don't be speaking your plans out loud. I know some of y'all setting intentions and new plans. Don't be saying it out loud. It's important to achieve in silence right now. Okay, so and mind your own business. And I'm going to talk about what I mean by mind your own business, the guidance for that. So I purposely set up boundaries on this video due to people going to be trying to push people over the edge, step on people's toes, try to get people locked up, to keep people from doing, having a shift. So I set up boundaries on purpose like this off screen. Whenever I pick up that the energy is a little testy, especially with the insecure, people who are insecure right now, I like to set up boundaries to ground them. So as we're waiting for more people to come in, hi everybody. As we're waiting for more people to come in, I'm going to get me a drink and put my phone on a charger. Make yourself comfortable. We will be getting started in about a minute or two. If you're just coming in, we will be getting started in a minute or two when we get a few more people in here. I have some regulars who need to get notified of this live video, like Love the Most High, Anita, Rhonda, Profeshman, Texas, the guy named Texas, a whole bunch of different people, Key Kelly, and Wendell, and a couple other people. I have to wait for them to find the video. They are my regulars. Some of them said that they started the video late, or when I made it private, they was in the middle of watching it. So I'm gonna give it another minute or two for my regular subscribers and contributors to find the video. So let me get myself something to drink and put my phone on the charger. Then we're gonna get started. Be patient. I'm gonna start in a few minutes. I know how impatient people are when they get online. All right. So for people who don't do non-traditional, you can leave or you can be quiet, because I am doing non-traditional as well as traditional. I might pull out my book of scriptures and see what messages I get. We have a Taurus moon, so you should be prioritizing your spiritual practices, setting up boundaries when you are speaking to your guardians. Some of y'all guardians are closer right now. I saw an angel number this morning that said, you are chosen to be blessed, no worries, the angels will always protect you. So if you take your spiritual practices serious, now and through the fall, you may have the breakthrough of your life by the end of, I would say by the end of summer next year. Okay. Now, for some of y'all, there's other things you're required to do. Now, I'm doing one-on-ones right now. I'm doing one-on-ones, non-traditional guidance. If you want a one-on-one with me and you want to know my fee range, for what I offer, please email me. Somebody already emailed me, so I'm going to email them and let them know what their options are. I'm not going to mention what I'm offering in this video because we must achieve in silence. When you are doing public teaching, remember that the enemy is always watching. The enemy is always listening and taking notes. The enemy is always trying to find a way to cheat better than the last time. So you can say what you're offering as far as the genre, but don't ever mention the sub topics under what you're offering. Keep that secret by request. Okay, this is why I love brochures, because if someone says what your services are, I send them a brochure. That keeps me from putting all my information in these public live videos and enemies and shapeshifters trying to be me. I'm trying to kick these fake women, these shape-shifting female dudes out of my energy. I recently got a download that said men who cheat and steal, especially if they're stealing, they're actually having trouble with their female energy. They're actually being low vibrational female. They would be equivalent to a gold digger, a female gold digger. So I'm talking to the masculine women and the masculine men. Do not be tempted to cheat, because then you will be low vibration of the opposite energy. And that is where the karma will come through, the bad karma. When you have a Taurus moon, you got to be careful of what you do with your energy and whose boundaries you cross and whose money you go after, y'all. That's some serious stuff with a Taurus moon. Because Taurus is Venus. It is the highest empress of the elemental energy. It is the oldest empress energy. So you must be mindful with your self-care, mindful of other people's money. You need to be a provider and a service provider. You need to do the work. That's why I said mind your business. Do the work. Being lazy and just acting entitled would be an emotional blackmailer. People who try to get what they want out of through emotional trauma and emotionally manipulating God, trying to do that, like, oh, I'm hurt, I'm suffering, so I should be able to cheat and rob. All that's like emotional blackmailing. Like, either God, you give it to me this way, or I'm a cheat. I'm tired of suffering and working, so I'm a cheat. That's trying to like twist God's arm. If people are in that energy right now, your karma. So the work you're doing right now is going to determine the karma that you get by this time next year. Most likely you'll start to see the karma coming in by February. Okay? We only got one person in here. I'm so shocked. I wish I could get on screen, but I'm trying to focus on inner work and not have people so focused on the outside, because the outside image can be very deceiving. We got shapeshifters, y'all. So it's important for us to tune into people's energy more than what they look like right now. Hi, everybody. Who we got in here? We got Jaws. Y'all know sometimes I speak directly at y'all. Sometimes when I'm talking about something serious. Okay? Don't put all the work on your family members, but make sure that you get pampered. And it's also like, it's like about like starting a new side hustle, getting some side hustles off the ground. For some of y'all, it could be cooking if you enjoy cooking. Doing things your way. Okay, setting up boundaries, not letting people control your energy. When you let people control your energy, it's really easy to slip into being codependent. So the Taurus moon also teaches you to trust what you know. Trust the feeling that you get in your gut. Trust the sensory of energy. It could get into being clairvoyant or claircognizant. where you know and you don't know how you know. So, but it requires you to be still. It requires you to be grounded so that you can sense the energy. Also, it still gets into synchronicities, but it might not be synchronicities like you think. It could be, for some of y'all, it could be something to do with time. I heard the word time said in my dream. Now, I heard that somebody was talking about time. It was I don't know if it was an earthbound spirit, but I heard it on the astral plane last night. And then when I felt like I had to sit down, I turned on the TV and it was a movie after movie that had to do with time, time warp, time jumping. It was Cloverfield movie, Groundhog's Day, all these time movies. So, um, Time Shop. I just heard Time Shop. I heard that a couple days ago too. Back to the drawing board. I just heard, oh well. Back to the drawing board. When you set up boundaries, because the Taurus energy can be boundaries, protecting your boundaries. It also means not having things in your workspace that doesn't make you feel favored. If it decreases the way you feel about yourself, even the visual look of your environment, being disorganized, you need to get it organized. You might want to have a family member help you organize something. If you can't organize it, then you're better off just putting it all in containers and picking from the containers whenever you want something. Okay, a place for everything and everything in its place. The Empress is very picky and a little bit of a perfectionist about her home and the way things are ran. Okay. All right, so at some point, I got this earlier too. I got disappear, vanish, or something. So I heard do a disappearing act. So I guess go out, be seen, and get away from the familiar. Like, don't just keep playing it safe. For some of y'all, could be going to a concert, a music concert, or some sort of art gallery, whether it's or an antique shop or something of that nature. Yeah, get your nails done. If you like to get your nails done, even men, a pedicure, a manicure on a man, you might actually like it. Also, it does have to do with giving up some of, if you've taken on a lot of weight, if you're heavy, you're supposed to be working on losing weight right now. If you have been doing a lot of the work, you need to find a way to get rid of some of the work. You might need to hire an assistant. Often, tours can still be like a bank manager with an assistant, or a cook, a head chef with an assistant. It could be your child or somebody younger working under you. If you're doing emotional grounding, it will help to burn something today. That's why I have on. I'm gonna turn the fan off so y'all can hear it. That's why I have some fire crackling sounds today. And I have some frankincense burning, which could be the Taurus energy. Good for Taurus energy. Grounding. If you're a homebody and you can't make it outside to be in the woods, frankincense will help you to get grounded. Do I surround myself with people who lift me up? Y'all, did I not say it? Boundaries, it came out on my guidance deck. See? No, it's a no. If you're going to the salon, some of y'all may be into that pamper energy. Or if you have pets, you need to set up boundaries with your pets. And if you're going out to eat, like dining out, you need to set up boundaries so people don't disrespect you. This could also be if you're in a workshop, some sort of if you're online, like on an app, and you're in a group, you may need to set up boundaries. Okay. If you feel like you're not good enough, that you're not chosen for it? Who told you this? Who is the person who told you this? Whenever I think negative about my mission, I say, who told me that? Because I know I didn't start off thinking that. And then I start to think about the person. And then I start to see they wasn't qualified to tell me that. And then that makes me get rid of their belief that they put in my mind. Anyone who tells you you're not qualified or worthy to do something, whether it's society or your family, you need to look at the people. You need to investigate the people. You'll find that their people, it doesn't have good character. They don't have good character, so they're not qualified to tell you that. Okay. All right. Woo. I gotta go swimming or something. If some of y'all are having trouble with shedding, or you're trying to get rid of dead skin, or you're trying to lose some weight, you might want to do water aerobics or go night swimming or take a cool, refreshing bath, maybe in the middle of the day and at night. I'm picking that up. Okay, yeah. Might want to get a scalp detox. Have somebody detox your scalp. It is not coming out in the cards, but I've been getting it for the last 2 days. Make a list that talks about your needs. So you need a list that is all about what you need. Tauruses can still be somebody who uses pens and knives. They can still be someone that pencil points or work with their hands still. So you may want to think about the needs that you have for your head, your hands, your throat chakra, your lungs, and your back. Okay? Back massage. Yeah. Also genitals. If you're a lady, you might want to like cleanse, like cleanse out your genitals. They have stuff where you can cleanse your genitals. Definitely be careful of your sexuality right now. Okay, could be a lust spirit or definitely with the fire and Taurus merging like that, temptation or things like that. Whew. All that fire energy got me sweating from head to toe, y'all. I can't even cool off. I can literally put the AC on and stand in front of the AC, and I will not cool off. It's just so many pheromones going on with the fire and the Taurus Empress energy merging like that. It's like that. Woo, child. I can't cool off. It doesn't matter what I do. So I think I'm gonna go stand in a cold shower. I'm gonna just stand in it. I might go night swimming. See if that cools me off. Or put a cold rag around my head and my neck. It's all the energy coming through. Okay. Do you believe you are worthy? Where can you create more space? I was talking about that. It came out, y'all. Okay. It says do a clutter detox. So you may want to clean up your apps on your cell phone. You might want to purge your cabinet or purge your junk food cabinet. Like get rid of a lot of your junk food. Literally pack away the cookies and cakes. There could be some spell work. Whenever you're told to declutter, there could be some spell work or some sort of negative influence that will end up putting you in bondage or draining your energy. Okay. Yeah. Grounding. Grounding of the throat chakra for sure. What is this? Am I in my head or heart? Yeah. Okay. Heart getting confused with the head or something like that when you're around other people. Now, like I said, a lot of what I got came naturally. These little cards here don't say half of what I'm saying. Self-compassion. Micro love yourself. If that's what it takes to get there, I just heard that. 20 minutes every time a day. Just 20 minutes just for yourself. It will start to grow the manifestation of self-love. You know, manifestation isn't just physical things. Manifestation could be an actual feeling and a way of thinking. I know that sounds wild, like how could that be a manifestation? It can. If it's something that you never had or you could barely get, and you get it, it's still a manifestation. Even the loss of something is a manifestation. So, if you can't manifest the physical version yet, manifest the feeling, the imaginary version. And you can do that by role playing. To get the feeling, you can role play, act. If you keep on acting it, the feeling will come. And then you will end up taking actions to make the physical version come. Where you're actually you're actually physically it. Y'all, these angels, I don't know how I know this. What I'm telling y'all, this is just claircognizant time. So right now I'm just knowing stuff. I don't even know how I'm knowing this stuff. It's not like I'm like channeling or meditating on stuff. I just got like these, I don't even feel the downloads come. It's like I just know. That's claircognizant. I felt like I had to sit on the floor today. Like I had to sit and feel the earth's core. So, yeah. If you got a wooden chair, you might want to do some chair exercises, belly exercises using your chair, because that's what an empress would do as well. She's too valuable to be so in vulnerable places doing exercise workouts. So she would normally work out at home on her own land, or she would use what she's mindful, so she would use what she got to get what she want. So she might work out using stones in her backyard, or she might work out using her chairs or the floor or something of that nature. I know people love to glamorize weights, but the Empress really isn't that into like weightlifting. She's more into body sculpting. So if you're a man and you're like, oh, I'm trying to get ripped, I'm trying to do body sculpting, you might want to do the feminine exercises right now. Exercises and workout you would consider women would like more. You might want to switch to that if you're a male. Especially if you're trying to get your waist snatched. If you're trying to trim down your waist, the fastest way I've learned, and I see results within 2 weeks, is when I don't eat no fat, or I just keep my fat super low. I notice my body will automatically start to eat the fat from my belly. Like automatically within 2 weeks. Especially if I'm doing like 20 to 30 high kicks, like marching band. If I'm marching, like high stepping, like the lead majorette of a band, if I'm like stepping like he's stepping, and my fat is really low, and I'm like I'm eating cabbage and kale and macaroni, like a lot of green vegetables, I noticed that I lose inches off my waistline within a couple weeks. I heard vegetable soup this morning, So I made me. I got some frozen vegetables out of my ice box. Now the Empress, when she's older, she's very much tempted. Even if you're a man, okay, Taurus can still be a male. If you're a male, you could be struggling with your feminine energy right now. If you're not spiritual, if you're female, you're struggling with your masculine energy. If you're not spiritual, you may overeat or eat too much like a man. You may be eating the amount of calories a man would eat. If you're a man and you're not real spiritual right now, then you may be aggressive or insecure. You know, your feminine energy. You might become a little bit too codependent. You might not take charge of your life. So I had to tell a male today, I said, take all the time you need. Don't be brushing for nobody. You know, prioritize your self-care. I had to tell them that. And I told them that yesterday too. But if you're chosen to be a caregiver, because a man can still be a caregiver. Okay, that doesn't mean you're feminine. It doesn't mean that you're gay. A man can have a mission of a healer. A man can be a healer too. That could be his contract. I recently found out that somebody in my family who's a male, he is chosen to be a healer in this life. And one thing I found out is happiness and self-love, it grows tremendously when you find a way to be of service, find a way to heal people. It doesn't mean taking away their pain, but showing them how they can live with it and cope with it and manage it and live with it in peace, even if it can't go away. So you have to find something. And the 9 to 5 job isn't enough because you know that you're definitely getting a check. You have to be willing to take a risk to help, regardless if you're getting a check. And if you can't figure out what you can do, okay, if it's not a risk, if what you're doing to help a society doesn't have a risk to it, then you're still coming from just your self-gain. That's mostly the dominant energy you in. When you're not sure whether you're going to get paid from it or anything's going to come back, then you're on the path of true riches, the riches that you really need and you really should want. There's people who are 90 years old with barely nothing, but they're happy because they know that they spent a life just helping regardless of what they were going to get back. So they know their value. So they're not that afraid of death anymore. They know that nothing bad could happen to them when they die because they know they lived a life of selflessness. It doesn't mean a sacrificial lamb. Selflessness means you're helping even if you're not sure if you're going to get anything back. Hey, if you are just if you're mindful of your money and take care of your needs, you shouldn't be worried about whether you want to get something back. You're not wasting money. Okay, if you're mindful, the money going to come. It's going to come one way or another. It's going to come in some opportunity. Actually, I got a download earlier that literally said, you have your fortune already. That is just like deep because we're all about that, y'all. Sorry about that. I want y'all to listen very closely to this lesson. Not for fair use. Listen very closely, y'all, okay? I'm asking y'all to listen to this because I'm trying to rewire your brain so it thinks like someone who has the power to have the things that they deeply desire in their heart, okay? The consciousness. You are trying to get the consciousness abundant. You have to get that abundant first. Now, if it's not abundant in what you have already, okay, and what you already have, then you have no one to blame but yourself. So Instead of complaining, just start removing as much as you can that you know it's not what you want in more amounts, in high duplication. If it's not, it has to go. It doesn't matter what it is in your home. It doesn't matter what it is in your phone. If it's not what you want in high duplication, in consistent duplication, it needs to go. For example, in my phone are spiritual apps and writing apps. I don't have no other apps in this phone. Even my two shopping apps, I've triggered it so that I'm shopping for things that have to do with my writing. Okay? I'm making sure that my consciousness protects the high percentage of the existence of my spiritual and creative contract. I worked on this for 5 years. Okay? I bum rushed my phone with it. I started this in 2015. I got a brand new phone, and I said, with this new phone, I'm going to make sure that it's like mostly what I'm using for writing and mostly what I'm using for spiritualism. Within 5 years, I noticed this fullness coming in my consciousness of all of a sudden I got this claircognizant ability in writing. I got this ability to learn it faster. You will always learn something faster that your consciousness been overflooded with, and you don't have any fear of it being there, and you're not jealous or hateful of it. So for example, there's people that want to be great writers, but they are jealous and hateful of other writers. That means the writing resources that they have will be in low vibration, and the consciousness will not be able to absorb the metaphysical knowledge that it has. The consciousness will resist it because you don't like it or respect it. So what I find is your attitude about also what you want, regardless if you don't have it physically yet and someone else have it. You must still be very excited about it. Okay? Your consciousness will not be allowed to absorb the information, the claircognizant ability of information from it. It will not be allowed. God will block you because you do not respect it. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to have workshops. I'm setting up this workshop today because I'm tired of people on the channel saying, oh, I missed the video. I'm like, okay, well, we're going to do workshops. We're going to do workshops. And you either make the workshop or you pay for the replay. Because it's getting exhausting, like resending the links and stuff. Now, my subs and the people who have financially supported this channel, I will always resend links to you. I don't have a problem with that. But there's people that say, oh, I came in your video late with that I missed and stuff. I'm going to have a weekly workshop from here on out. And one of the main reasons why a lot of people have not accessed their natural gifted osmosis in things is because they keep on hating on other people who's doing it. And that includes when you copy and don't give credit. You're still in passive hate for that person. So you will only be able to go as far as the copy. You will not be able to expand and elevate the copy version to a whole new level. You will not be able to glow it up because you're still in passive hate. And I'm talking to people who think they can copy and shapeshift other people's work and not say nothing. I love to tear down Bill Collins' poems and learn from him. There's one poem of his that I have celebrated so much. I have announced out loud I love it. I have told people in groups, I love this poem. I have broken it down and marinated in it, that now the poem serves me every time I read it. That whenever I can't think of nothing to write, every time I read this poem, I find that one true line that Hemingway was talking about. All of a sudden, I got a one true line, and I'm able to write again. I'm able to at least get a couple lines down on a page. I'm coming up with a theme, and the thing is, if we can't love something even from afar when we're not close to it, can we really say that we're worthy of it? Like, this is deep, okay? I recently realized that when my family members are being distant, it's not always an attack on me. When I started to use my claircognizant ability and just tuning into their energy and reflecting on them, I started to realize, I started to see the little hidden suffering that they were having. And then I started to say, okay, they're in a season where they're trying to get through something by themselves. They don't understand that they don't have to. But it's not a personal attack towards me. They're coming from a type of mindset of being embarrassed or insecure about their struggle. So they're just kind of sitting in it by themselves. One of the jobs that we have as divine people is to make people feel comfortable with bringing their struggles and obstacles to us or just in front of us. That just because we're not tearing them down don't mean we're making them feel comfortable. I have started spending 10 minutes out of my day just focusing on emotional compassion for my family struggles. Doesn't matter what they gave to me. It doesn't matter. I just at least 10 minutes. Because if I don't do that, I know they won't come to me. And then they will be in the energy of I hate the world or whatever. We know where that goes to. That goes down to people unaliving themselves. Okay, that's a sinking emotional boat. Don't underestimate that 20 minutes of compassion that you gave to somebody. That could be just enough what they needed. You might have kept them from going in a reality of total, complete self-destruction, self-annihilation. You could have kept them from that. I have been close to the edge when my mother died. And it was some of y'all on this channel that posted some comments or that just sent me an email and said, I hope you're doing okay during this time. And it was like $1 million given to me. The way that compassion made me want to pick myself up and fight for myself. Compassion teaches people, emotionally motivates people to fight for themselves. Most people will not fight for themselves if they don't have someone fighting for them. They need to be taught. And this is what it means to be a good parent. I have taught my daughter to fight so hard for herself that she will switch right into fighting for herself the moment people think that she won't. But that's because when I raised her, I did not baby her. I did not come to the rescue every time. And I showed her some compassion for her feelings, but I did not rush to get her out of her situation. Even when she was young, I let her figure it out with her friends. I let her, when she was upset about racism in society, I let her figure out how she wants to deal with it. I am very proud of my daughter. I'm using this as an example because the Taurus energy, that's mother energy. I am very proud of my daughter because she prioritizes now herself more than everyone else. She does give some back, but she doesn't give too much. And I couldn't see this until I went to go see her a couple weeks ago, and I saw such tremendous growth. You know, her body's real fit. Her house is very organized. She looked very good. She's making more money. She's a manager now. She's doing fun things instead of buying stuff. So there was stuff going on behind the scenes that I didn't see. Okay, and she thought she had to set up boundaries between me and her because I'm her mother. But she did not realize that when I was making her strong, it wasn't because I was going to be judgmental of her results. It was because I actually did not want her to have to rush and depend on me. So I'm actually proud that she's in this energy where she's not running to my house every month and every week codependent on me. I no longer have to see my child every single month of their life. I no longer have to spend hours and days with my child every month. A 30-minute lunch break with my daughter is enough. Why? Because I don't know the obstacles that she's going through. And is it really any of my business? It's not my business till she bring them to me. Like, this is the deepest talk. It's none of my business until she's ready to bring them to me. Like, my husband's obstacles with himself is none of my business till he's ready. I will give him the invitation to bring them to me if he's ready. But he will when he's ready. A part of being a healer is respecting other people's boundaries and letting them decide to come to you. Because while you're rushing to them when they haven't invited you, when they haven't been giving you signs that they need your help, your manifestation is being delayed. When the Creator tells you to work on yourself, it's also to get you out of somebody else's energy. I know that's like a hard hit bump on the head to even think that that's how God works. But that is exactly how God can work with energy. You focusing on doing your mission. Sometimes you got to go all in, like the buffalo energy. I'm going to go all in. I'm going to carry my own, I'm going to work on my own spirit. I'm going to do my purging, cleaning, and blah. That's to let everybody else get whatever karma they supposed to get. That's you saying, I saved enough people. I saved enough. Now I have to work on spiritual work because I didn't let out a lot of energy helping people. Now I have to look at the little bit of work I do as being enough. Because I have to do more work for myself. This is why I don't do 3-hour, 4-hour live videos anymore. Because it was kicking me out. It was kicking me out of my Empress energy. Like the time I needed just for me. I was running late. I was missing appointments. I was out of energy and I couldn't do me like I needed to do me. That's why every day there's a time period that I don't help people. And it doesn't matter what's going on. They better be, their life better be in danger or I don't help. This morning I had a family member call me and they wanted some money. I said, I can't help you. I always send them money. I told them no for the first time in a long time. You know why? Because we are supposed to be learning how to get ourselves out of financial bondage and situations. We are supposed to be looking for ways to earn what we want. This person is not trying to earn it. It's a whole lot of borrow money, borrow money, borrow money. And when you borrow money, there's no guarantee someone's going to give you your money back. So that's still gambling. And I don't want to gamble with my money. I want people to earn my money. That way there is no gambling. But that's going to teach that person that if they can earn money at a 9-to-5 job, they can earn money in this family. And maybe something will click into their head and they will respect my energy. Because I have respect for my energy and my money, it put me into another level of spiritual empowerment after that. And then my claircognizant ability was kicking in. I was not codependent on a social connection. See, sometimes when you're generous with people who don't deserve your generosity, who are in entitlement energy, you are in codependent of social connection. this person wanted some money, and I'm not hating on them. I'm just using it as an example. We use our lives as an example. They wanted some money for something they wanted to buy, food or whatever. My thing was they could have ate before they left. They had food in their house. They didn't need my money to get them something from the vending machine. They could have bought boxes of oatmeal bars and packed something. Do you see what I'm saying? And every time somebody borrows money from you, it's not always what they say it's for. So I like to investigate now before I give out money. Before I give out knowledge, I investigate the energy to see if it's worthy. Before I do help anyone, especially in my family, since they know my weaknesses and they can abuse my weaknesses and you misuse them, I investigate. And when I investigated, I realized this person did not need my money. Now, they might have been trying to use it for something else, maybe weed or something, but that's not my problem. That's not my problem. I'm not here to give my people money for drug medicinal stuff, for drugs or whatever. So I said no. I said I need my money for my medication. I need my money for the trips that I need to do. This side money that I got, I have actual bills for this money. And that's what I told them. Next time I will be giving no explanation. Next time I'll be like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. And I will give them a solution. Why don't you try to pack some food? If you need money for weed, if you need weed that bad, if my money's really for weed, and you need weed that bad, and I'm saying this because the Taurus moon could be weed heads. That could be somebody that like weeds and is smoking his cigarettes and stuff. Especially with the Leo energy, smoking and stuff. If you need weed that bad, then you need to go to your doctor and get a prescription. Here's the thing. When we're getting into family business, we have to consider the fact that sometimes the family members are running from the medical help that they need. They're running from it. And we're bailing them out with their money or whatever. They need caregivers, they need to go get their hair done, at the beauty salon instead of having us bust it out all the time for free. They're avoiding using society resources. They're treating you like just a mule. And it can be very, very sneaky and very covert way of doing it that you don't even catch it till after you've already been a mule. So when you're getting into the Taurus moon, you're thinking about family business, family matters. How has it been manipulating your spirit? How has it been manipulating your mind, getting into your head and making you controlling your mind and not letting you lead with your heart? Your heart say, no, this person don't care about me. But your mind is saying, well, this is family, so I still got to do it. No, you don't. This is a deep, deep conversation, what I'm saying to y'all. You have to research people's energy before you give. The people that are closest to you, you research their energy before you give. Okay? I will not give to my daughter again if she doesn't earn it. I know that I like earning. I like being of service. Why do I have to earn it and they don't? What makes them any more special than me? There's a time for gifts. There's gift season, birthday, Valentine's Day, Friendship Day, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Christmas, Hanukkah, Rosh Hashanah with the garden gifts. It's everything, okay? There's all kind of holidays. Ramadan, whatever. Plenty of gift seasons. Anything between that is earn season. And if people don't respect that, then they don't respect the fact that you got to watch, you're trying to protect the way money flows to you. Now, I can understand if you're helping people who are very sick, who are helping you. Okay, they're sick and they're helping you. Fair exchange ain't no robbery. But able people should have to earn your money and they have to earn your time too. If they're not entertaining you, they're not earning your time. I had to tell a family member this. You don't entertain me. I work hard. I try to make you laugh. I do things and cater you. I try to entertain you to earn your time and respect your time. But you just sit around me and soak it up. So now they realize that I was not going to put up with it no more. Okay, now they're trying to, earn my time and entertain my time. Now they're going slow and asking me, how's everything going for you? How do you feel? Whatever. Because they see you're cut off. You're cut off because I got to still take care of me. And it's not about emotional blackmailing with that. It's about making sure that your needs get met too. It's okay to want emotional love and mental love. Don't feel guilty for that. That's earned too. That is earned too. I know we think it is because we have saints that tell us no, it's not. But if it's not earned, you don't see saints going into the hellish areas with gun violence people and hanging out with dangerous people. You don't see them doing that because those people haven't earned. Those people haven't earned their trust and haven't earned their love. It always cracks me up when people say, "Well, saints they love regardless." They love at a distance too. Priests can love at a distance. Priests will wait till you call them to pray for you, but they're not going to just hang out with you. I've been to church festivals and I saw the priests wandering around, setting up boundaries, keeping a distance a lot of the time, because hey, they protecting their energy. People love to think that holy people don't protect their energy. They do. Y'all. My videos be telling it like it is. Just because you spiritual don't mean you be a sacrificial lamb. If you're always sad, depressed, lonely, all that all the time, and you got people around you, you're a sacrificial lamb. They ain't in that energy because they're not. You're looking after their needs. Sociopaths and narcissists like to make you feel like guilty for expecting anything else other than money. I don't apologize anymore for wanting and needing emotional love. Frankly, I could get everything else. I can get everything else off this system. I can get food, shelter, all of that. But emotional and mental love, I can't just go to the government and get. Okay? That means if I'm giving it, I better damn well get it from you. Unless it's, and even if I do join a therapy group, I'm not getting individual emotional love. I'm not getting individual mental care. Most of the time, you want individual mental care, you're still paying for it. These therapists ain't giving you free mental care for the rest of your life. Whenever you want it, you're still on their time, and you still got to apply for grants, and they still ain't going to do it all the time. At some point, they're going to tell you, get on Medicaid or get something to pay for their time. Woo, y'all. Okay, I got to get ready to go. Yeah, there are 3 constants in life: change, choice, and principles. Change, choice, and principles. Life gets very boring when you don't care about change. When you say, I don't need no change. Because something in some situations loses its emotional strength in your life. Because it's too familiar and too routine. And that includes how you communicate with your loved ones. That includes the way you go about doing work. This is why I'm on the floor today. I got stuff around me. I'm on the floor. This is very different. I normally don't sit on the floor. I'm normally not where I'm at right now. Things look a lot different. I did this because it was starting to feel too redundant with my spiritual life, that it started to feel like slavery. Redundancy taken to a whole nother level of being like you're just a robot. Redundancy, it starts to make you not like life. And this is how people's marriages fail and families are destroyed. The redundancy of we're always arguing the same way, we're always arguing over the same stuff, we're always doing the same stuff, we're always in the same place, we always know. I did something different this morning. I made me my own version of homemade chicken soup. Okay? But I didn't put the noodles in there. I had cinnamon bread on the side. But that's something different for me. I'm always eating the traditional breakfast, all the traditional stuff. I literally had chicken soup this morning. And I'm doing brunch. I never do brunch. So I changed things up. I'm a brunch eater now instead of a breakfast eater. And I feel like slowly but surely my life is being refreshed. If you're depressed, what needs refreshed? Like that's so deep. That's just so deep. I literally was like, I'm tired of eating the same foods. I'm tired of eating at this time. I'm tired of sitting at this table. I'm tired of watching the same movie genre. I'm tired of writing the same type of poems. I'm just tired of this. And when I got in that energy, I said, you know what? That's it. That is it. So I'm writing a different type of poems. I'm writing a story. I'm writing short stories and screenplays. I'm doing something different. I'm eating at a 3-4 hours after woke. I'm not even walking. I normally walk in the morning. I'm not walking in the woods in the morning. No. Everybody else is doing that. I'm seeing the same people at the same time of day in the same place. No, I'm tired of it. No. It got to a point where my neighbors was able to predict my entire life almost. Oh, yeah, you're here. Oh, I see you got this. Oh, no, I'm done. No, I'm done. My family won't be shocked. I'm going to be like, I made you chicken soup for dinner. They're going to be like, what is this? Because they normally buy something quick on Fridays. I'm telling them, no quick food tonight. We're having chicken soup and croissants and cherry pie. That's what we're having. Something different. Do something different. I saw the movie 3 times. Marry Me. And that's so true. If you want something different, you got to do something different. You got to you want things to change. I don't want to keep hopping from workshop group to workshop group. It's getting toxic. Okay? I'm tired of doing my writing and Hans is running across the computer. The cats is fighting. There's noise all around my house and stuff. They're drilling. They're lawn mowing. I'm tired of it. So I'm going to do something different in my writing life too. Take it somewhere else or something. Shoot. If I was doing this early this morning, the cats would be all in my way. Y'all would hear me stopping the video to get them out the way. No. You know, boundaries is sometimes changing the time that you do things. Okay? Just so that there's no way your boundaries can be crossed because whatever that energy is not on your time. Okay? Like I'm not going to be doing videos on my new channel at the same time every day. Okay? I'm not going I think I'm going to go off the usual time. You know, in the time I'm in, most people do YouTube videos between this time in 12 and 2 and 4. it's like I'm not trying to fight over the energy. Then I'm not trying to like, all the brains connecting at the same time. I want my own. I want a time that I know my brain can be less clung to, so I can get things done like I want them done. So I'm changing my time. Boundaries. Boundaries is changing how you do things, changing routine, tearing things down and doing it a different way. I decided to give up red meat, except I forget, chicken. I still kind of consider chicken, but only tenderloins. So I'm not messing with the beef. I would rather eat a bowl of vegetable soup. I'm through. I don't think the beef is the way it used to be, y'all. Something's wrong with the beef. I don't know, but I guess my body cannot take artificial meat. Beef is artificial. It comes from it either comes from the low vibrational part of an animal, or it is from a hybrid animal like the cow. So I don't want that. Okay? Turkeys, cool. Chicken, cool. They had chicken in Egypt. Cow, I'm good. Mm-mm. I sense something low key, dark, and wicked about red meat, and so I'm gonna go ahead and fall back on that. I feel so good to make this decision. I think a lot of people who went plant based, they really just need to go low carb and kick that red meat out of their diet. And then it's like peace will be in your energy. I believe the red meat is the devil. Devil food. It's devil. And food that's not cooked. Food. Food that's not broiled or grilled. It still can be devil food. Like meat that's not broiled or grilled. Hard fried. Like turkey on the grill, or broiled. So what I do now to my meat, I brown it and then I broil it. It has to boil for a while, and I soak the water. And I boil my meat after I brown it. And I notice the toxicity is the toxins in it. It's like they're at a bare minimum. I can tell the way my spirit feels after I eat the meat. I'm having this talk because of Taurus energy, cooking energy. Okay. I know some of y'all are like, well, I'm going to get somebody else to do it. I'm Taurus moon. Pamper me. Okay. But be careful of trying to go through takeout. Like, if you're going to go through takeout because you're in the Taurus energy, Hierophant type of energy, then you should be trying to go somewhere where there's fish. Go have something that's grilled or not red meat. Go get you some, if you're a meat eater, get you some grilled chicken salad or something of that nature. Or seafood salad. If I'm so glad that I really didn't raise my daughter on red meat. I don't remember ever really making steak. Although her dad's side of the family are red meat eaters, I never really bought it. I don't even eat lasagna no more. Lasagna is devil food. If it's not plant-based lasagna, if it's not low-fat plant-based lasagna, it's devil food. When you're told to be spiritual, you're also told to think about your health, okay? Think about how you're treating your body. The Empress ruled the body. If you like taking baths, take a soap shower and then soak in some salt water in your tub. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I don't take baths." bubble baths because it's I just saw Napoleon Hill, y'all. I just saw Napoleon Hill on TV. Confirmation. I was talking about manifesting. Your next move. Confirmation. I've been seeing all manifested numbers on this whole video. I've been seeing 8s, 6s, and 7s. Praise God. I've been seeing all high ranking numbers. I saw 8, 6, 7, and 9. Praise God. If you've been seeing 4s, then you're chosen to be released from something. So congratulations. If you're seeing 4s and 5s, then you're protected. There's some abundance, some creation is protected, and anybody that tries to get in the way is going to get karma. All right. A lot of people may not know that about 5s and 4s. In my workshops, I'm going to be teaching y'all about the scripture numbers. And if some of y'all like the scriptures, then I will actually go to the scriptures and I will read the scriptures and I will speak to the higher ups as I'm reading the scriptures and give y'all the other Akashic records for the scriptures. I'm chosen to have a higher understanding of scriptures. Okay? And I can help y'all to figure out what you're chosen to have a higher understanding in. We all are. Okay? Where you have a genius, godlike, supernatural understanding of certain things. We all are chosen for certain things. And I really want to help everybody to find out what theirs are. But y'all have to attend my workshop. I had like some of the biggest aha moments this morning. Like, woo! For myself, I was like, okay. I literally said to God, okay, I get it. I heard you. You don't have to say it again. I said, I don't need no more repeats. I got it. I understand. Okay, synchronicity is the owl. Independence is the cat. I love card games, y'all. I love them. All cards. I have all kind of cards. Poker cards, every kind of cards you can't imagine. I just want to give me a treasure chest of different cards and play cards. I remember when I lost the first 50 pounds. It's because I was always playing cards instead of eating. Like whenever I would sit up and eat at night, I would go to a card game, and I would go over a friend's house and we would play winner take all, and we would play different card games, and we would play card games until we was tired. And I noticed that I would never eat. I would never eat that extra meal. Our hobbies and our fun activities are to help us get through certain things. Okay, Coyote is out here, but it's kind of being there's some sort of spell work on Coyote. Some of y'all yeah. When a coyote come out, it means don't be like I'm trying to find the right phrase for it. I'm waiting for the cognizant information to come. It means to not chase becoming what you want to become. To actually just go with the flow and have fun. Okay? To not second guess the work you've done. When people don't have fun, it's because they're living in lack about their value. I know people don't want to hear that, but people think that being a workaholic means proof of this somebody's value. But sometimes letting the work just sit and boil and just in doing fun things is knowing your value. Okay. If you have been stressing about a health problem or anything that might be dealing with family or money or your body or whatever, you don't have nothing to worry about. There is the owls here. So there is like higher up spirits that's going to clear it out. They're going to give you intuitive nudges and downloads and some signs that's going to help you get rid of it. So you don't have to worry. The help is going to come. It might even come through an app or YouTube. You might even remember something in your past may show up again. A past teacher, an old teacher of yours or something may show up, and they have the help you need. Boundaries came out. Panda beer. Y'all, somebody might be overstaying their welcome. Okay, some of y'all got somebody that might be trying to cross your boundaries. Y'all, I told y'all boundaries, and it came out. It's ridiculous. Yeah, somebody want to waste your energy or money or something. Stand for your beliefs and your truth. Okay? Live your life path no matter what anyone has to say about it. Some of y'all got dead weight or somebody or something that wants to keep you stuck, but it's not because the beer. Nothing. The beer will get through any obstacle. That's one of the biggest apex of the land. So when the beer come out too, you probably should have a more of a fish diet. You could be already powerful, so you don't need big game. You don't need big game food. Yeah, take lessons from your past. Don't let your past disturb your future. I saw a quote the other day that said, if you're living in fear, then you're living in the past. If you're living in anxiety, if you have anxiety, you're living in the future. If you're in peace, you're living in the present. I saw some quote that said something like that. So I realized when I was having anxiety, it's because I was living in the future. Okay? I was living in the past. When you're in fear, you're probably thinking of the future because you're like, oh, afraid of the unknown. But if you live in the present, those low vibe feelings of the past and the future is not there. They're just all gone. This is why I try to say my future is today. My future is now. And long as I see it as that, I don't have to worry about fear or anxiety. If you're doing exactly what you would do in the future, if you're doing it right now, or at least in this time of day, there's no reason why you should have fear and anxiety. So I know that if I write every time a day, every time I go to sit down and write, I don't have any anxiety about the past. I'm in the present, but I'm also doing the future, so I don't have any fear either. And it doesn't take a lot to get that low vibe energy out of you. It literally takes no more than 20 minutes. And you would be surprised how fast 20 minutes go by when you're living in the moment of your future being the present. It goes by pretty fast. We think that 20 minutes is a long time. When we say, just writing for 20 minutes, that's a long time, I'm scared. But it's not. It's not a long time. It's actually pretty short when you're doing something that you really dream of doing. 20 minutes feel like literally only 5 minutes. But energetically and spiritually, it's very abundantly strong. It's very strong. So when you just say, I'm going to do 20 minutes each time a day, that's it. 20 minutes cleaning in the morning, 20 minutes cleaning in the afternoon, 20 minutes cleaning at night. Then you don't have to worry that, oh, in the future, I'm not a good cleaner, I'm unkept, I'm house, everything's unkept or whatever. You don't have to worry about in the future having that mindset, and you don't have to worry about the anxiety of you used to be in that mindset. Okay, just get your 20 minutes in. Period. That's it. I was watching a video and I was like, time. Okay, I've been getting this the past month, and then this video popped up. If you've been pulled to this video, you're probably somebody that needs to listen to old people. People over 40. I'm just keeping it real. Those are probably the people that's chosen to help you. People that's at least over 35. And it could be people that got business degrees, people that's good with money, or people that know about managing money and time, or people that are creative. Okay? Spiritual people. So that's what you need to be setting intentions on having come to you through your YouTube and through your apps. Doesn't mean gurus. I know some of y'all say, well, isn't that like ageism to be thinking like that? It's not ageism if that's what God has chosen, the energy to help you. Okay, to be chosen to be a synchronicity that you need. It's not ageism then. Okay. For me, I tend to get a lot of help from the masculine energy, from older men. And then I was wondering, why is that? Like, why is that? And then I realized it's all about the synchronicity that was on this side of life that once helped me. See, the other side, the other dimension is the synchronicity of this dimension in any time of your life. Okay? The spirits on the other time, they don't know time. We know time. So to them, they're still, our earthbound spirits or family members chosen to help us. To them, they're doing what they always did. Okay? They see us as we're in the body, but we're still a soul to them, like them. So if you attracted that type of help before, from the living once before, and maybe that living person is dead, that person still can show up as other people that's living or dead, but their soul is still, their spirit is around you. Okay? So for me, it's like, for me, the help normally comes from souls that are over 35 for me. Okay? And it's normally souls that was born before I was born, or might have already been almost old when I was a little girl. Okay? Or they are they might be 20, 30 years older than me or something of that nature. So I pay attention to those signs when it comes up in my news feed. But you can guess, but why guess when you can get someone to reveal it to you? I can reveal it to you. I do have the ability of claircognizant and clairvoyant. Very strong in claircognizant. Because I'm an old soul, which means I'm an old empress. Okay, so it means that it means that for me, it's almost like the stuff is just put in my head. And I don't really know. I didn't have to like channel it or meditate it or think real hard on it. It's just like instant download into my head. And that happens a lot with very, very old souls because our energy has earned. Cognizant is a psychic ability that's earned from long years of good karma. Okay, the angels just know. They don't have to meditate. It also can mean that you might have been an angel before, a celestial being, or an angel before. So you came to this earth um, in a human body with the claircognizant ability. I'm helping y'all to understand during the Taurus moon. Hey. Now, I want to do a word. Just getting a lot of information just coming to my mind. I can't even barely like talk because it keeps coming into my head when I touch things or whatever. Ooh, I'm gonna have to be careful what I touch right now. It's like information just coming. Yeah. That's the beauty of not eating no fat in the morning hours. I had less than 5 grams of fat. Most people don't. Most people eating bacon. Most people eating a lot of eggs and bacon and all kind of pork chops, pork, and and all that in the morning. Not me. Some people are going to McDonald's and eating steak, bagels, steak and eggs, or they're eating steak and egg in the morning. Steak is the devil food. My daughter learned the hard way. She said she was getting fatigue. She had to keep drinking a lot of Kool-Aid. I said, because you're eating steak. Steak is devil food once it gets into a T-bone or it's bigger than a little tiny steak. If you eat a full steak, only way the steak is not devil food is it would literally have to be no bigger than your palm, the inward part of your palm. Once it gets bigger than that, it's devil food. I ain't playing no more, y'all. But some of y'all, it's gonna take for y'all to have the health scare I had for y'all to take this serious. What I'm saying. African American women are being jacked up to the 10th degree from devil food. They don't even know this. They don't even realize they're eating the food, but they're eating the food with the food charged as devil food. I speak on African Americans because I can't really speak on any other race. I try to stay in my own lane. So I'm just saying what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing when I go over African American women's houses, their food is charged with devil energy. They don't even know. The food tasting good, but it doesn't taste good after it's in you. The devil always may give you a heightened pleasure. It heightens your pleasure. The devil will heighten your pleasure immediately within seconds of you having it. And then you can't stop. If you can't stop eating some food, it's probably devil charged. Like when I had my homemade skinless, fatless, the chicken I had this morning had no antibiotics. It was steroid free. It was loins, and it was fat free as well. Okay? I see it like this. When I put the meat on my scale, if it's taking up half the size of the scale almost, it's too much. It's probably devil food. I really prefer my meat to be smaller than my hand. If it's not smaller than my hand, I don't care what meat it is. It's devil food. I do the palm test now, and I should be able to pick that meat up and wrap my fingers around that meat, and it should be just the meat. I should not be seeing skin. Y'all, it is so unsanitary to be eating skin. I know people want to eat the skin because it tastes so good when it's fried chicken, and it's like, oh, I want a booty. I'm trying to get me a booty, so that's why I'm eating fried chicken. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Africans and black people might get a booty from eating fried chicken, but you got to bind your stomach. wrapping the wraps around your stomach all day so that none of the fat will go there. That's just ridiculous. Like the Asian people bind their stomach, but they don't gotta do it because they're not eating. They don't really eat skin on food. That's why they're skinny without trying. People say, why is Asian people, a lot of them skinny without trying? They're not eating no skin. It's so unsanitary. Just thinking about eating the fat on food and the skin. It's like, ooh, I'm ready to throw up now, y'all. If y'all knew what happened to me yesterday, I'm good. I'm good. The devil came for me with all it got yesterday. And I caught it, and I had to take medicine. I had to take medicine twice. I thought I was going to have to be in the ER with tubes coming out of me yesterday. And I didn't even eat a lot of food. But this was yesterday morning. That's just how strong the devil is getting with his version of food. Like I had decided to eat the deep fried skin that was on the fish, which I normally never do. I normally eat the fish, the shrimp cocktail or something like that. But I said I'm gonna try the fried shrimp, the breaded fried shrimp. Y'all, devil came for me. I was like, I'm good. I told my family member, don't bring none of it here. If you bring it, I don't even want it. You get your own shelf. I'm gonna mess around and get my own freezer. I don't want none of it here. I felt like my life was in danger yesterday. I was sick to my stomach. I couldn't walk. I could barely my stomach was hurting. My stomach was nauseous. Everything was going on at one time. I thought I had COVID. No. I had to go get some old-fashioned medicine that grandma would have gave me. And it cleared out the devil energy. And I was like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And I'm thinking, like, what is it going to take for some of y'all to have that scare? If you in this video and you're real obese, because you're eating devil food. I'm just keeping it real. Pasta that's not protein pasta is devil food. Oodles and noodles is devil's food. It has too much fat in it per cup. And it doesn't even have anywhere amount of protein that you're supposed to get out of noodles. So it's devil food, y'all. Period. I ain't doing no devil products, hair products either. I'm throwing away all the gel. Gel is devil. Gel is demonic, and I don't care if someone disagrees with me. Anytime something leaves you dry, leaves your empress energy here dry feeling, devil. The devil is bitter. The devil wants you dried the hell out. No. If it don't keep me moist and hydrated, then it's probably devil. Done. Done. Oils is devil food if left in. Oils with high calories, with calories in them. When they're left in your hair. And in your food is devil food. Like different oils that have, I don't care what nobody say, olive oil is not meant to be eaten. You can dismiss me with that one. Olives, but not olive oil. No. See? But why should you have to do that? Like, why should you have to do that? Somebody said they put olive oil in their gel. Okay? Why do you have to do that? Olive oil is a fat. Okay? It's a fat. It's a sealer. So basically, all you're doing is using the gel to freeze your hair into a certain style. The gel is freezing your hair in place. The argan oil is making it a little soft, but the gel is still keeping it frozen. Stiff frozen in some way. No. Our hair was supposed to be soft to the touch, all the way to the mini touch, all the way where the texture is allowed to just be and not by force. Gel is still forcing it. So no. Accept what God gave you with your texture. Accept what God gave you. Water and olive oil. If you're going to use the fat to seal, water and olive oil. Argan oil is a moisturizing oil and water. Or you get you a darn avocado butter. Period. Avocado butter. Or coconut. Coconut is a fat sealer. When you get moisturizers that say define your texture, it's not that it's defining it. It's sealing in the moisture. But the system, the matrix say define. It's just to get you to buy the product. But really, it's just sealing. That's all coconut do. So when you buy a product and it says avocado in, it say avocado sealing with argan oil. It says defining. All it's doing is sealing. I already know people gonna disagree with me. No, gel allows you to force manipulation of your hair, and it's still breaking. The little fine little pieces of your hair is breaking. You're having hair fall. You just don't see it. Okay. You just don't see. I need to be able to run my fingers through my coiled hair and not have to worry about little fine breakage because there is gel in it. I don't mess with the gel no more. If it's not a mousse is okay because you can actually eat mousse food. You can actually eat goat cheese mousse. So that's okay. The mousse and the defining creams, because the coconut is the definer. Fine. But gel, no. No. Just think about it. When you put gel in your hair, you're trying to have hair that looks like jellyfish. That's what you're trying to have. You're trying to have hair that is probably 2 textures above your own. So you're like, oh, I'm 4C, but I'm looking like I got 3A. No, it's no. No, and the gel will literally loosen your texture. Okay, it will literally loosen it because often it has a shrink-free property in it. It keeps your hair from shrinking. So basically, you're trying to loosen your texture so your texture look like it's 3A or and all that. No, phony. Anything that's like making you be phony is still getting into devil energy. I don't want it. I'd rather go bald headed than be phony with my hair. I'm good. I'd rather cut the hair all the way down or get some locks. If I want my texture to look so glorified, like the way they want 3A to look, like my daughter's hair is more like 3A, I'd rather go bald head. Faking it. It will lead to like manifesting troubles. Okay, it all adds up. Faking it adds up energetically. Why do you think there's people with locks in their hair? Some of them are very spiritually grounded. Some of them attract a lot of money. When I had locks in my hair, I was always attracting jobs and money. Always. Because I was true. I was true to my texture. Wasn't being phony. When I started putting avocado butter in my hair, I noticed I was softer, more graceful, and more money was coming in. I was more graceful with myself. But when I was putting the gel in my hair, even with the butter and the olive oil in, I knew. See, you can't hide the under fakeness that you feel. You know that's not what your hair looks like when it just has butter and water in it. You know it doesn't. So when you're putting the gel in, you might be fooling everybody else, but guess what? You're not fooling your memories. Your consciousness know what you really look like. Period. And it's this image confusion, this image bipolarism that's going on in the African American community has to stop. Okay, you either cut it down short, get your locks, or get you a moisturizing curl defining cream because it's going to have avocado and coconut in it. And that it defines it. Literally what it does is it penetrates the hair enough so that every single curve and moisture of your strand gets moisture of your strand of your hair gets moisture sealed in. When 4C hair looks like it's not, it looks coarse. It only looks coarse because it's not hydrated, well hydrated. When you use a high amp shampoo, you won't even want that gel on your hair because a high amp shampoo will literally hydrate your 4C hair so much that your hair will look glorious. When I get my next high amp shampoo, I'm gonna take a picture of it and post it. And y'all gonna be like, wow, how's your hair like that? Hydration is the key. If you want your texture to pop in your hair, even with gray, it needs to be well hydrated before you even think of putting the butter in your hair. I ain't using that gel no more. I'm good. My daughter likes the gel. She can have it. I've been packing up things. I won't even leave oil in my hair now. Nope. There's a girl on YouTube, black girl on YouTube, talking about that. Like, I think oil can be left in your hair one day only. Because oil can go rancid from your body heat and aging in your hair. So I believe that you put oil in your hair a couple hours before bed. And then it has to be warm rinsed out of your hair in the morning. Period. No. Y'all. And I had a license, and what I'm telling y'all is I had a licensed manager, stylist running the school. Okay, one of the women running the beauty school. She's one of the women running the beauty school. She knows what she's talking about. She said 4C hair should not have gel in it. She was highly upset that they put gel in my hair. Because when you put gel in your hair, it doesn't matter if you put olive oil in your hair, your hydration starts to decline. Then you have to go through a rehydration cycle of your hair again. So they ended up giving me a discount on my hair today because they knew it was going to set me back a whole week on hydration because the lady put gel in my hair and I shouldn't have gel in my hair. I said, really? She said, no, you shouldn't. Not when you're here, not when you have 4C, 4B hair. I was really shocked that she said that. She said, no, you use a styling mousse or a styling cream only. So I sat through all that high-end shampoo, massage, double shampoo, hair got all glorified and hydrated just for them to put gel in it and set me back an entire week. So I got to go through a whole hydration cycle when I go to the salon tonight. Plus, they're going to roller set my hair with the cream and the mousse. The reason why I roller set is to lock in moisture. I don't want to sit 5 hours with a 2-strand twist. My time is too precious for that. So I would rather roller set it like they did in the 1800s or early 1900s. At least that'll lock in moisture in my hair for a week, and then I can just go for another roller set. Or a week or two, I could just go for another roller set and another high amp hydration treatment. That high amp hydration shampoo treatment changes the entire game with your hair. I had them put a note on my stylist on my records, on my hair styling, my hair appointment records, so they know Don't use no other shampoo but high amp hydration shampoo. Otherwise, it doesn't matter what you put in my hair. A few days later, my hair is going to be like a bird's nest. It's not going to be as moist. It's not going to be as hydrated. Now, I do know that you can mix a defining cream, a hair defining cream, with your curling cream. You can do that to like moisturize and seal the moisture in. So what I would do is I would use the curling cream as the moisturizer, the defining cream as the sealer. That's how I would do it. Or the mousse as the sealer. So it would be the curling cream as the moisturizer and then the mousse as the sealer. Most of the time, the curl mousse and the defining cream does not have alcohol in it or such a low amount that your hair doesn't dry out. All right, y'all, I gotta get ready to go. I just was somebody posted in the comments. Taurus energy is about the hair. The Empress is all about her hair. Even if you're a man, get your hair done. Okay? Don't be walking around with your hair unkept. Don't. That's the Taurus moon and Leo season. No. You always see cats grooming their hair and grooming their nails. Okay, I'll see y'all later. If y'all enjoyed the video, feel free to let me know. If you'd like to send a donation, you can send donations to my Cash App at money sign Coach V Hunter. I'm going to be posting news on my workshop and things that I have available for y'all to buy. So please you check the community news for my announcements. Bye, everybody.